Good morning. Good morning. Oh. I got a new tripod for my camera and it is not love. I do not love it. But I can't find my old one that I also don't like. So we're using this. So here's the tripod. You can see it in the video.
Mom,
it's fine.
I had the ice.
No, we're not having ice cream right now,
Why?
sweetie. We can have ice cream later. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and my 4-year-old is crying for ice cream. Roman, after I'm done with this, we can do that. Anyways, yeah, this is already in my way. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Now that I just thought about it, because I'm gonna be stitching here. It'll work out. We'll figure it out. Okay. All right, so we are going to, Bear does that to me all the time. He knows my fat chance look. Yeah, you'd think he'd know that by now, but no, Roman does not know that. Okay, so today we're gonna do the dark leaves. So I just have them labeled dark, medium, light, just so I can remember where they are, because we're gonna do each one differently, so we can just learn some different stitches. So today we're gonna start out with a fishbone stitch with the dark colors. So I pulled the DMC 890. We're gonna use all 6 strands, and yeah, that's it. So if this is your first time stitching, I like to use, for beginners, I like to use a piece of thread like to my elbow. If you're more advanced, you could do like a little bit longer. But yeah. So all 6 strands is a little bit harder to get in a DMC size 5 needle, but I like to wet it with my tongue and then I flatten it out and then I can get it right into my needle. Like that. Okay. We are going to tie a little knot in the end. And get started. Okay. So with a fishbone stitch, you can do, I usually just freehand it, but if you're feeling a little nervous, you can draw a line down the center and then draw like 2 lines on each side. This is just gonna keep your stitches kind of the same, but hey Whitney. But you really don't need these guides, I don't think. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at the top of the leaf, and then we're just gonna do a straight stitch down into, stay on this middle line and just like halfway through the leaf. And then we'll go up next to it on one side. My fabric is not as tight as I normally like it, so hang on. gonna bug me a little. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down on the other side of this line. So we're just gonna go over to this little line we drew over here. If you do it up here a little bit higher, then your stitches will be more like this. If you do it down lower, they'll be like a narrower V. I usually go pretty far down. Okay, and then our next stitch, we're gonna go up on the other side. Whoop, sorry. Pulled some of my tail into that. Okay. And then we're gonna go down on this side. So we're gonna keep it in the same spot as this one, but just over on the other side. Do I maybe need to zoom in a little? Hold on. This stand is not good. I am not happy with this situation. Okay, let me, nope, that'll still be in the way. I'm sorry. I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. What if I move to down here? Whitney said that looks good, but it's like clear up in the corner and I can't move it unless it moves over to the edge. Like this leg is in the way. I gotta get a new hoop stand today, or a new phone holder. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. I don't even know where to go with this. Okay. I'm going to just start on this bottom one. I'm just gonna pull that out of the way and I'm gonna work on this one because I can move it into a better spot. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Hold on, let me get a new piece of thread.
Mom, are you done now? Are you done?
I'm not done, sweetie. You guys can see it, but I couldn't stitch where it was at. So we're starting over. We did not sleep at our house last night. I'm super tired. Okay, so we're gonna draw this middle line. That's we're just gonna go crisscross. We're gonna go back and forth across that. Move my chair a little. Okay, starting over. So we start at the top, go down in the middle, and I go back up to the top. And I go down on this side. Oh, come on, needle. Cute little Roman's voice, huh? And then we're gonna go just across from that and back down. And then we're just gonna go back and forth from one side to the other. I don't like the way I drew this leaf, so I'm not gonna follow that exactly. So we're back up on this side. Sorry, this is to the side. We're kind of a mess today. Okay. All right, so that side was last. We're gonna go back over here. The camera will be better tomorrow. I will find my other phone holder because this situation is not working. Okay, so as we go back and forth from side to side, it kind of creates like this braided look down the center. Which is super fun. I like to use this for so many leaves. Even if they're like teeny tiny leaves, you can use it. Like it's really nice for big leaves. It fills the area really nicely. My stitches are a little bit further apart, right on the edges you can see. But if you do them a little bit closer together, then you'll have like more coverage. So it totally depends on the look you're going for. I kind of like it a little bit open, just because I think it creates a kind of fun effect. But that's it for leaves, my friends. I mean, it's all for this leaf. I'm gonna show you one more leaf today after I finish this. Whoop. Dang it. This is one of my favorite greens too. If anyone needs a reminder, this is DMC 890 and we're using all 6 strands. If you're doing something smaller than an 8-inch, you could definitely go with 3 or 4 strands. But with an 8-inch hoop, you've got a lot of space to fill. And I kind of like the chunky threaded look, but feel free to change it up if you're not loving it. So if you are doing the winter wreath, this is going to be the same. Just get your darkest blue. I don't remember what color that is. I don't have my blues over here right now. But just get your darkest blue and do your fishbone stitch on all of these dark ones. So tomorrow I will stitch on the winter wreath. So I'm just going to switch back and forth while we do this base because they're going to be the same stitches, they're just different colors. I'll put it in the description though. What's the difference between this method, crossing over the middle line, versus going to the middle line? I've seen both ways and wasn't sure if there was a difference. Yeah, so that's the one we're gonna do next actually. So that one would, like, just going to the middle rather than crossing the middle would be more of like a satin stitch, where this creates like a braided look in the center. A satin stitch creates like a really defined line. Whoop. So yeah, we'll do this leaf with like more of a satin stitch, so then you can see the difference. And if you want to do all 3 of your leaves the same, you totally can. I just wanted to show you different techniques. So, and I think it's fun to just have a little bit of extra texture. I always like some good texture. Okay, so once we start getting to the bottom, we're still crossing, but this space between the two at the bottom is getting smaller. And my stitches are getting closer together. So we're just barely crossing that line. All right, I think we're almost to the end of this thread and almost to the end of the leaf. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more on each side. And I'm just gonna put them into the same hole to just finish it off. So to the center line, and then this one to the center line, in that same hole, and just finish that off. So there we have our very first leaf. Okay, let me flip this over so I can tie this off. So when I tie off a thread, let me make sure I'm in the camera. Yeah. I just grab a piece of thread and just tie a knot like that. I like to hold on to my stitches on both sides so that I don't pull them loose. So one finger is down below and then the other one is right here. So when I'm tying that knot, it's not like pulling the thread on the other side of the fabric. And just trim that off. Okay. So now we'll do this medium colored one. Okay, let me get out my blues so I can tell you. If you're doing blues, let's see. So for the green we did $8.90 and we're gonna do $33.45 for the medium. And then the blues are $37.50 and $38.42. So $37.50 for the dark for the fishbone, $38.42 for the satin stitch. Okay. Sorry, I should have done that before. Tomorrow will be better. I won't be so flustered with this dang camera tripod. I lost my name. Okay. So we're gonna get about the same amount of thread. Hold on, mine has a knot. Still using 6 strands. Hey, Christy. Okay, so I do the same thing. Wet it, stick it through the needle, and then we'll be good to go. So this one, if you didn't on the other one, I always have my pen handy when I'm stitching, so maybe keep yours handy too. I like to add things as I go. So we're gonna do a line down the middle. Just hung up the tree cake ornament you made me. Those Little Debbie Christmas cakes, I made Christy, she loves them, so I made her an ornament with one last year. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an angle like this. So I'm just gonna draw a couple on here so I can like remember what I'm doing. Okay. So this one is also fun to do different colors. Like if you want to do the dark and the light green, like go light, dark, like you can switch it up. Shelly, I bought those over the weekend. They're good. They have, while we're on the subject, your daughter hid them. That's funny. They also have an ice cream this year, and it is good. So, you know, there's my little plug for the holiday cakes. Okay, so I like to start on an edge and work my way into the middle. Giselle's like, these guys are crazy. So I'm going to start here on this first line that I drew and then put my needle down in the middle. So you can start in the middle if you want. I personally like starting at an edge and working my way inside. Now I'm going to have to find it. I found it at Walmart in town. I don't know if you could find it somewhere else. You are my people. Oh yay, I'm glad we're your people. We like having Giselle on our team. Okay, so with Satin Stitch, we want to just keep these pretty close together so that they'll stay smooth. And that tail keeps working its way up. And we just want to keep this line as straight as possible in the middle. Oop. This thread is it's from my mom's stash, and so it's a little older, and it seems to knot more easily. But it's my last one from her stash, so. Okay. We're just gonna work our way all the way down, and then we'll do the other side. Oh my goodness. All the knots. Hang on, it's in the back. I can feel it. There it is. Nope. Thought I had it. That end is giving me some grief. It's not a stitch along without thread problems. Okay. So if I start to get a little off, like I can see that I'm getting a little bit more horizontal and less vertical. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go where I should this time. And then on my next one, I'm gonna go up in this same hole that I used last time and do my next stitch down a little bit further. So then I don't have a gap.
Mommy?
What, honey?
Are you done?
I'm not done yet. He's waiting for his ice cream. So I'm just doing these ones on the side really close together, and then the ones in the middle a little bit further apart to try and correct that line a little bit. This one should fix it. Oh, that was a little bit too far. Hold on. I really want to stay on that middle line. Okay. The edge of this is a little bit crazy. that's okay. Because leaves are not perfect, you guys. In nature or in embroidery. We are not striving for perfection here. Come to the wrong place for that. I'm not done yet, buddy. I know, I'm almost done, okay? I don't know why he thinks that we're gonna have ice cream this early in the morning. This thread is seriously giving me problems. Hold on. Come on. Goodness sake. Oh. Almost to the bottom. And look, that space we did good. Kept our stitches the same direction, the same lines. I don't know what is up. This thread is struggling. Get to the end here, we'll go back up. We'll do the tip and the other side. Going through my Christmas stuff for my kids last night, and I think I'm almost done. Like super close. I ordered, we like to do a hotel stay over Christmas break, just like for a night or two. Just the kids just love hotels and swimming in the pool and stuff, and so I bought them. Last night I got some games that we can take with us to the hotel. I feel like they're finally old enough to like play games and have it be fun. Like we're out of the Candyland stage. I mean, Roman's still there, but the older two can play games. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do one more little tiny one. Right there. Okay, and then we're gonna go back up here. I'm just gonna do this one. So from this point where we did our first one down, I'm gonna go up and just do this straight part here. That's the tip of our leaf, and then fill it in. So I'm gonna come over here, and these angles will change a little bit, but we're just gonna go down into that same hole that we came up in. I think we'll just do one more right here. Fill that in. And then I like to come over here and do like this part first, and then so that I have a guide like of how much space I have to fill, and then I can fill it in with these stitches. I think I'm gonna need 3 though. The other side only had 2. No, I think that might be good. Okay. And then we're just gonna do the same thing down the other side. My angle is a little bit funky. It's pretty horizontal, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go up in this same hole, and then I'm gonna go down a little bit further. And then I'm just gonna keep this one super close. So it's not in the same hole, but it's really, really close. And then down a little bit further, so we can get that nice angle. There, that's better. Okay, so for homework today, you're gonna do all your dark green and your medium green leaves, or your dark blue and medium blue leaves, or all of them. So now let me just say that if you're doing both wreaths, we'll have some time when we start doing the different elements. We'll go every other day. So like I'll do the train, and then I'll do like the snowflakes on the winter wreath, and then I'll do Santa, and then we'll do the mittens or whatever. So if you don't get all of these leaves done, don't feel like you're gonna get behind, because you'll have some days that'll be a little bit less. Like the day that we do like the star will be kind of a faster day, or like the snowflakes will be a faster day. So don't feel like you're gonna be like super behind or anything. Like you'll have plenty of time to catch up. Plus there will be no videos on the weekends, so you'll have weekends to catch up as well. And this week we're doing the base all week, so you'll have plenty of time. I mean, you'll have a lot to do if you're doing both, but you'll have time over the weekend to catch up or whatever. And I promise the video will be less crazy tomorrow. I'm gonna find my other camera holder. So I'm just stitching like over top of this fishbone leaf. So I'm like going up inside the stitches to just like be over top of that. You could also just go up like on the edge of this leaf. So this lighter green one is like under it, but oh man, I'm getting really horizontal there. I prefer to go over. Okay, one more stitch. I'm just gonna go down in this same hole I finished in over here. There. Got 2 cute little leaves now. Okay, so we'll do the lightest one tomorrow. I'm gonna sit at this table and stitch all of this, maybe. We'll see how much work Roman will let me do, but I'm hoping I can stay caught up, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me know if you have questions. If you like one of these over the other, then you can do all of your leaves like that. Or you can wait until tomorrow when we do the third one. We're just gonna do like a satin stitch from the top to the bottom, from the top to the bottom, top to the bottom. So it'll just be straight this way instead of like coming to the inside. So same time tomorrow, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I'm around. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.